I'm fading your Knicks. Rockets plus 4.5 here. Rockets have obviously been on a huge downswing. They're trying to figure things out. It's been really rough for them. They have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 6 and failed to cover in 1, 2, 3, 4 of 6. So they've lost 5 of 6, failed to cover in 4 of 6. Not great. But guess what? Most of those were away. I like the Rockets at home. It's a spot where their home court advantage. They are just a better team when they are home. They are just a better team, especially as a dog. They are extremely good at home in these spots. This season, at home as a dog, Houston is 8-5 straight up, 9-4 at 69.2% ATS. No OG Anunoby. He's out with the elbow injury.
Yep.
You've got no Julius Randle, no Mitchell Robinson. Jericho Sims is probable, but Isaiah Hartenstein is questionable with a left Achilles that's sore. So Şengün is going to have an opportunity to go against Jericho Sims here, and that is pretty good.
It's not great.
the Knicks are going to bomb, and I get that, and there's a huge advantage. Now, the Pelicans walked into the Rockets building 3 weeks ago, and I was on NBA BetStream, and the Pelicans housed the Rockets in Houston because they just nailed every three. They just lit them up. And so that's the formula here, is that the Knicks just bomb from 3, and they win this game. But I'm catching 4.5 because of the strength of how good, like standardized power rating with the downgrade that I give them without OG and Julius. I make the Rockets a -1 here. That feels right to me. Like if this was -1, I would have no interest. With Rockets home court where they've been so good, I actually have Rockets favored by quite a bit, by multiple possessions. I'm willing to say that that's not an accurate number based off of how these two teams perform. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the 4.5 here with the Rockets at home versus a Knicks team that is literally missing 3 starters. Like and very good players at that. So I'll take the 4.5 with Houston.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough spot. I'd be surprised, honestly, if Hartenstein plays. This is the same Achilles he had an issue with earlier in the season, missed a couple games. So I think that given the fact that Mitchell Robinson's out, if Sims is able to go, I would definitely think that Hartenstein doesn't play. Precious Achiuwa has played pretty meaningful and I think like good minutes for them. But it definitely is a team that's kind of down a number of guys. They're kind of like limping into the All-Star break. And I think that it's just kind of a point where they're just like, look, maybe let's try to scrap together, maybe like a win or two before we get to the break, but we just got to get healthy. So I like understand. I definitely understand the play. I think the Knicks have been better, obviously, over the course of the whole season, just especially in terms of record. I do wonder, with Houston, what exactly they're going to do. Şengün is listed on the report. He's questionable ahead of the game. So I think that's definitely like a huge, that could have a huge impact on the game. Additionally, Fred VanVleet's still out. So I think Brunson could definitely have like a pretty good game. He's going to be playing a ton of minutes. So it's definitely a spot that I would be looking at, especially, like if they're going to throw like Jalen Green on him, that's not a great matchup for the Rockets. But I understand wanting to take the points with the Rockets at home, with the Knicks, kind of incorporating a bunch of guys and trying to get into a rhythm. It's not the best spot to be back in New York.
So I looked at the numbers, and then I immediately looked at the Knicks injury report and was like, okay, we're locked in there. And did not at any point did I check that Rockets injury report. So thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Make sure Alperen Şengün's playing. This is probably a halfway number. If Şengün plays, what does this go to? Two, probably.
2, yeah, probably 2.
Probably Rockets 2. I'll still play Rockets 2 as long as Şengün plays, but I'll wait for Şengün. That's this time of year. Make sure Şengün's playing. I'm okay with Fred VanVleet out. Honestly, he's been one of their most impactful players in plus minus. I'm not disputing how valuable he is. He's really good. Cam Whitmore also injured. That's not great. We really wish they had Tari Eason back. That would be amazing.
He's been out for a minute.
They got Tari Eason back because he's been out for so long. No Cam Whitmore. I'm okay with Fred VanVleet. I will live with Fred VanVleet. I still think they have the grit to get this done. Jalen Green's been playing a little bit better, especially now that basically to try and not get traded. And but I need Şengün. I cannot in good conscience take 4.5 even versus this Knicks team without 3 starters if Şengün's not playing. I got to have Şengün. So that is an important twist there.